Hey guys, it's Andrea. I am coming at you with a plan with me for August 26th through September 1st. I am filming again in my kitchen, well, my dining room, which is like pretty much my kitchen. It's kind of small space. But, so that's why there's an echo. There's going to be an echo for probably like a couple more videos, but then I'll probably go back to doing all this at work and there's less of an echo there. It's just kind of silhouette sounds in the background. So let's see, I am using the Herbology kit, which is currently still in the shop if you want to pick it up. It's a great back to school kit, midterms, finals, anytime kit if you like magical Harry Potter inspired things. But I really love the colors of this kit. I was just vibing with it. I don't think I mentioned in my last plan with me, but prior to finding out that I was pregnant, I had a full different lineup of kits, and then I just kind of was like, I'm not feeling any of this. I feel like since the Haunted Mansion kit, Haunted Magic, I kind of like went off the rails and was like, I'm just going to pick the kits on the week that I do them. So this week, I don't even know what I had planned in the last couple weeks. They're probably like summer kits, but I was like, I don't care about summer. Let's just move on. So like I said, this week I am using the Herbology kit. I am using silver foil with it, though I feel like this would be really pretty with rose gold as well. But I used rose gold the week before, and let's be honest, I'm not using rose gold 2 weeks in a row. It's just not my thing. Hollow, yes. Gold, yes. Silver, probably not. That's a rarity. Rose gold, probably not either. But yeah, so I used silver because that's what I did. But it would be really cool to do like a silver rose gold mixed metal, or there's like this really cool mixed metal in the advent calendar that would look really cool with this, like really ultra cool with this. So if you have that, that's a good idea for this kit. So I did use some quote boxes from I believe it's called like Magic quote boxes. I believe that's what it's called, or Accio quote boxes in silver. And I used some Sadie stickers overlays as well, some Simply Watercolor Co. little deco bits, and just a bunch of other stickers that are silver. So I did my normal sidebar with my 2 full boxes, 1 tall box, my 6 weeks, which you won't see that in this video, but that's where I was this week. And then I put in all good. So on Monday, I did put in Advent Assemble, which I told Emily and Kirsten. Well, I told Emily because she was the one assembling Advent. Did Kirsten help with assembling? No. I think it was just me, Nick, and Emily did it, but I was telling Emily, I was like, I felt so bad, like, when we were doing Advent, because obviously she didn't know I was pregnant, but I was being such a loser, like, I was like, oh, my back hurts, I don't feel good, I'm so tired, and she probably was like, seriously, Andrea, really, you're dying right now, but I was dying, so I told her as soon as I was pregnant, when I told her I was pregnant, I was like, Emily, that's why I was dying during Advent, and she was like, oh, so yeah, Advent Assemble, that took forever, didn't take as long as last year took so long. But this year, well, I guess it kind of depends on the way you look at it, because we had to stuff the envelopes, where last year we stuffed like the pockets. So I don't know. Anyways, so then I had more mashed potatoes. So I put in yummy mashed potatoes. I still haven't got a drink since my last one with me, and that's probably like a failure. And there's like a water bottle right there, but it's like so far away. Then I put in, it was Nick's first day of school. He's like not going to school for full time, but for the past 5 years, he's had he's had 2 classes to finish his associate's degree. He finished one, I think, like before Bennett, or like when Bennett was a baby. I think Bennett might have been a baby. He finished the first one, and then now he's finishing the second one, just so that he could transfer them over to the community college he went to, just have the associates and be done before they change the classes that he needs, and then he'll have to take more classes. So he started his school, and he's taking a physics class to finish off that associate's degree. Just figured might as well. Then I had put in Shake Shack, and then Soapy and Playtime with Bennett. On Tuesday, I had an appointment. Not sure what kind of an appointment it was, but it was an appointment. And then I put in Sigh of Relief. Again, I don't remember what that was about, but again, this was pretty much 2 months ago. I put in Target Run. We went to Mighty Fine after that. I took a nap, and then I watched 90 Day Fiancé, and then I went to work when Bennett went to sleep, and I did film. Probably filmed, and it's probably this footage that is now being edited. Then on Wednesday, I put in that I had a rough morning, and I had Holy Bagel for breakfast. I've been loving Holy Bagel. I cannot eat a whole bagel. Even when I was in New York, I couldn't eat a whole bagel, but it's the perfect, split your bagel with your loved one and you eat your bagel. It's so good. The bagel I had in New York was really good too. Like really good. Like I could go for that bagel right now and a bottle of water. Then I put in that I took a shower. It was like a really long shower. Like normally when I go in the shower, it's like a 5-minute or less. Well, it's like 5-minute shower, but this is a long shower. Like you really take your time. You wash your hair really good. You put a deep conditioner on and just chill for a second. It was one of those kind of showers. Then I put in family time. It was Wiggle It Wednesday. And we had kava for dinner, which is so good. I could actually go for kava right now. I feel like I would definitely have to take a Tums after that one. But I was going to say we could have for dinner, but I'm making that soup like I mentioned in my last video. Still haven't made it yet because it's only, I don't know what time it is because I took the batteries out of our like clock because it makes a loud ticking noise. And I thought that would drive you guys insane. Oh, yeah, I have a phone. 240. So, yeah, so kava sounds really good, but maybe I'll eat that for lunch one day. I do have like leftovers from last night and there'll be leftovers from today. So maybe like kava next week. Then I did bake cookies, which again, like I said in the last plan with me, it consists of me taking the cookies out of that like little plastic thing, putting them on a pan and putting them in. So that's baking cookies, and I don't even really eat them. Nick and Bennett just like them, so I make them for them. And then did I already say that? Maybe I did. I don't remember. Then I had a bath with Bennett, and I binged Bachelor in Paradise. Then on Thursday, I did have Chick-fil-A breakfast. Nick and I went to the car wash. I don't know if I think I've mentioned this before in a plan with me, probably like a year ago, but I hate car washes. I don't know why. I just feel like it's just like a long process, even though it's only like 5 minutes. But Bennett doesn't like car washes either. Nick thought he would, but Nick took him the one time and he just screamed. So it just must be run in the family. We don't like car washes. Then I put in preschool tour, which my life. And then San Marcos. I don't know if that's the preschool we picked though. I don't remember. We went to. Oop, that's Nikki. Hold on 1 second. How do I pause this? Am I even doing a voiceover? Yes, I am. He was just calling to let me know that he finished school early. They were just doing test review today. And I asked him to pick me up at Baja Blast Freeze on his way home. Probably will regret that later because I'm going to have Taco Bell burps. Did you guys, any of you guys like Baja Blast Freezes and you don't eat anything Taco Bell related, but then it still burps and tastes like Taco Bell? Isn't that wild? I'm sure there's some kind of like scientific explanation, but like just blows my mind every time it happens. But yeah, I've loved Baja Blast Freezes for like, I think over 5 years because I remember I used to get them when I worked at the same hair salon that Brie works at. I would get them and I would actually like wait in my car in the parking lot until it was 2. I think it's 2 to 4 is happy hour and they were only $1. So I would literally wait. And the one time I like went in up like 5 minutes early and I was like, hey, like I'm running late, but like, is there any way? And like, I was like a girl on a budget. I was like, I'm gonna get this freeze for $1. And she was like, yeah, no problem. We actually start doing it like 10 or 15 minutes prior. And I'm like, so this whole time I've been waiting in the parking lot for this dollar freeze, but I could have just like been going and getting it. But anyways, I love Baja Blast freezes. So it's been well over 5 years because I moved to Texas 5 years ago. So I think it's been like 6 or 7 years of like deeply enjoying Baja Blast freezes. I feel like they went away for a minute, but I could be mistaken. They come out with all different flavors, but like all the other flavors suck in my opinion. But Nick usually likes the other ones because they're usually pretty fruity, but like I don't like fruity stuff that much. But Baja Blast freezes are where they're at. Where it's at? I don't know. Why am I even talking about this? What was I talking about last? Anyways, so we had a preschool tour. I really don't remember if that's the one that we picked. We went to one that was like super hodunk. Like I was just like not into it. And then we went to one and I was like, this place is so nice. And I loved the teacher. She was just so sweet and like wore overalls. And I just thought it was so cute. So yeah, so we picked that one. But we went to the San Marcos outlets. I don't remember where. I think we just went to Burberry outlet. Like we don't really buy anything like full price from Burberry. But the Burberry outlet has some really good deals. And it was like, they were starting like a sale, early Labor Day sale. So everything was like 40% off. So I got this like big like winter coat, which is kind of funny because I live in Texas, but like I feel like I constantly go places in the winter that are like ultra cold, and I bought like a super cheap coat last year because I was like, am I gonna need this? But then I was like, this year I'm gonna need a coat, and I actually got it in a size that both Nick and I could both fit, and it's like technically a men's coat, but I feel like it's cute enough to be a girl's coat as well. It's like a puffer coat, and yeah, so we're both gonna wear it because we never go somehow to the same like place cold, except for whenever that happens. I'm not sure what we're gonna do, but it's just gonna be a fight to the end because this coat is like fabulous. And I feel like it wasn't much more than if I would have went to like the Gap and paid like normal price for a coat, if that makes any sense, to going to the Burberry outlet. Burberry outlets are really good. Anyways, I think we went to the Disney store too, but I couldn't remember. And I think I got like $2 ears, which the Disney outlet is also like a really good one to go to. Then I put in date. I feel like I left room to put where we went, but I don't remember. I could look at my calendar, but meh. And then I put in Cuddle Bubba. On Friday, I did put Sleep In and Chick-fil-A. I filmed new releases. And I feel like since I moved new releases to Wednesday, I've been having like panic modes where I'm like, should I have done the listings last night? Or like what day of the week is it? But I feel like that'll eventually fade down. I've just been doing new releases for like 5 years on Friday. Like 4.5, no, probably like actually 5 years every Friday pretty much. I've skipped like maybe 3, but wild. Or like moved them to Wednesday. I think I moved them to Saturday once and maybe moved them up a couple of hours once. But yeah, so new releases on Friday. And then I put in Jeffries with Nick. I put in Design. I put in Ma, which I watched. It's a movie and it was spooky, but not too spooky. But it was like fine. It's not like a gonna change your life kind of thing, but if you want a movie to watch and you're like into like not spooky, like just kind of like suspenseful, I guess, sort of, not really, I don't know. It's not gonna change your life. Then I put in Dark Crystal, which I'm still working on, guys. It's been like 5 months, I feel like, since it came out, and we're on no spoilers. Hopefully I finish it by the time that I put this up. Just don't spoil it, because that's like the worst thing is when you spoil things to people. I feel like I've been saying that so much recently, like no spoilers, because I feel like you just say like one thing and then it's just like ugh. And actually Netflix spoiled it for us because we put on Dark Crystal and it was like episode 6, I think, and we were like, wait, what? And it said like something big that we didn't know happened, and I was like, did we not pay attention? Or and then we like looked back and we didn't actually finish the last episode, which is irritating because like we just put like in the like continue watching, we just clicked it. So like something huge, like pretty big, got spoiled, but I think we're on episode 6 out of 10. And I told Nick, I told like everybody I know this, aka like Jessica and Kirsten, that I like sat him down. I was like, Nick, if you don't want to watch this show, like it's not your thing, like please tell me. Like I just want to finish it. I hate dragging on shows. I hate not just binge watching them, especially when they're only 10 episodes. Something like The Dark Crystal is like something that I've loved for like my whole wide life. Like The Labyrinth is my one true love, but like The Dark Crystal is like, it's in there with like fave things, and this is pretty like epic, and I want to watch the like making of thing and like watch all kinds of like videos of like what people think of it after, and like I'm waiting to do that. And I was like, if you don't want to watch this, please tell me, like don't just procrastinate because you don't want to watch it. And he's like, no, I really want to watch it, I love it, blah 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 blah. And I'm just like could you just said that you didn't like it so I could have watched it by myself and just like got on with it? Does anybody else's significant other or best friend or anybody do that to you, where you're committing to watch something, they're not really like doing their part with like holding up the like actual watching it part, and you just want to watch it by yourself, but they like, you feel bad because you're like, you've committed and you're like a good person? That's where I'm at in my life right now. I'm kind of over it, but I really just want to like get this done and still be like a good wife, you know what I mean? And on Saturday, I put in that I booked dining. I'm assuming that's for my October trip. I don't think I booked a ton of dining. I booked a lot of Epcot meals because I feel like Epcot has really the best food. And Nick had 2 requests. He loves eating at the Germany restaurant. The starts with a B. And then he also likes eating at the pizza place in Italy, I believe. And then I like eating at the hibachi place. I believe that's in Japan. So those were the 3, and I think we might have booked something else as well, but I do not remember. Seriously, where are we going with this, Nick? He's calling to let me know that the Taco Bell nearest us didn't have Baja freezes. They were out, so that's where I'm at. Then Design, I took a nap with Bennett. We went to Home Slice with my in-laws. I don't think they actually ever had Home Slice. They might have had Home Slice. I'm going to say they haven't had Home Slice prior to that, but they really liked it. I love Home Slice. I could really go for a sandwich right now. Like, whenever I was pregnant with Bennett, the only thing that I wanted was an Italian hoagie or Italian sub from Home Slice because it tastes like a New York like sandwich or like an northeast sandwich. That's all I wanted. But honestly, right now, all I want is the turkey sandwich. I haven't even had the turkey sandwich from there, but like Nick had it and it looked so good. And then also, I could also go for a Firehouse turkey sandwich. So I don't like my whole like perceptive or my like idea of like the perfect pregnancy meal went from like Italian to turkey. So like whenever I have this child, I am getting myself a turkey sandwich, probably one from Home Slice, and then the next day one from Firehouse. Completely different types of sandwiches. One's like cold and one's hot. But yeah, there's like a big debate on if you could eat Firehouse sandwiches because they're like warmed and that's like kind of like they're killing the bacteria with the warmth. But I don't know. I don't like taking chances. So I'm not going to do it. But I don't know. It's like a debate. I haven't asked my doctor because I don't want to be that person who's like, so do you think Firehouse warm sandwiches, yay or nay? I'm just going to be like nay and just not waste our time on that one. Anyways. Then we had Little Lucy's. We were going to go to this, I think it's called Yard House. No, that's a different place. Milk Yard, Milkshake Yard. I don't know. It's a new ice cream place that opened up at the Domain. I honestly don't even think you could call it new at this point because it's been open for months. But if you go on the weekend, there's always a line. Why? Not totally sure. It is Hershey's ice cream, which I do think is like a far superior ice cream in my opinion. Everyone on here is very Bluebell because, Texas. But I love Hershey ice cream because Pennsylvania, So there's always a line, and we were going to take Nick's parents because all the ice cream places that we used to go to in Pennsylvania had a Hershey's ice cream. So there was a huge line, so we went to Little Lucy's, which is a food truck that does donuts. They're mini donuts. We used to get them all the time down south, and they currently have been parked. I don't know if it's just on the weekends. Possibly they've been parked in the Domain kind of near like Starbucks in the like north side Domain. But they're such good donuts. They're like mini donuts, and they like, you could watch them being like made, and they put like 10 pounds of sugar on them, and the different kinds of sugar, though I don't really think that the different sugars really taste that different, but the cinnamon sugar one is probably, I would assume they're most popular and probably the best. So if you're ever there, or if you ever see Little Lucy's when you're in Austin, definitely try it because their donuts are so cute and so good. I'm not a huge like donut person except for like Shipley's and Round Rock donuts. Other than that, like, I don't know, like, not like, oh my God, a donut. Every once in a while, I'll eat a donut from like Walmart though. For some reason, they're decent if you're just like really jonesing, but like otherwise, those are the donuts I go for. But Little Lucy's is really good. Then FaceTime. I think we FaceTimed possibly with my sister-in-law. I'm not totally sure. It could have been. I'm not 100%. I think it probably was because I don't know who else would have FaceTimed. I don't know. And then I took a bath with Bennett, and then we watched more of the Dark Crystal. This was like probably the most Dark Crystal episodes we watched were 3 in a row. Yep. And then I think that was kind of it. Then the next day I put in Holy Bagel, and then I put in that we had the Advent release. We still do have Advents available, which is super awesome. That was like my biggest fear in anything is that something sells out really fast. So I feel like I like really gauged the number pretty well to make sure that I had enough and still have extra. So if anybody like sees it then in December and wants to buy it, you'll be able to, especially if you're waiting. I know a lot of people have already ordered too based on them opening them, but I still know there's a big chunk of people who haven't opened them yet. So I'm glad that like we're going to be able to have them available because selling out, like ever since I moved to Texas, selling out has been my worst fear just because it's just not fun. I just want everyone to be able to get it that wants to get it because I just feel like that's fair, and I like should be able like have the capacity at this point to be able to accommodate as many people as possible. So that's always the goal. Then I put in Bujo Fun, which again haven't touched that in a minute, but it's so cute. Like when I flip through it, I did like 60 pages. It's just so pretty. I put in Playtime with Bennett, and then we had Soup Peddler for dinner, which is such good soup. They have some like kind of like different healthier tasting ones, but Soup Peddler has really good chicken and wild rice. I think that's what it is. And Nick really likes their smoothies, and he also really likes their sandwiches. Like they have like a pepperoni one that he gets all the time, but their soups are really, really good. Every once in a while they have something like, I had like a Green Goddess one for a while. I think they might have just changed the name of it or changed like some of the ingredients, so they changed the name. But the Green Goddess one, it had like all different green vegetables and it was really good. But yeah. And I watched Dark Crystal. So that's everything for this spread. I hope that you guys liked it. Again, as I remember these spreads more, they will get more interesting because I'll know what I'm talking about. But I hope you guys like this video. I'm going to go drink some water, and I'll talk to you guys in my next one. Bye!